G'day guys, Bud from Survivor Southwest, and today I'm just going to show you a few things that you can make just to make your life a little bit easier if you're stuck out in the bush. Before I do that, if you do like the content I'm putting out on my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, whack the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos, which I usually post about once a week. And be sure to hit that like button and share my videos around. Let's get into it. Alright, so one of the main things we take for granted until we get stuck is a cup. So I'm going to show you how to turn this log I cut just before into a basic cup. Okay, so start just by cleaning your log, just get the bark off. So we've got a nice clean surface to work with. Then what you want to do is to score across on the top. So I've already done that. Then what you want to do now, you got to try and keep these cuts as easy as even as possible. All right. So now I've got a cup, base, and it's split into 4. Now, I'm just marking the top of these. So I know what order they go in. Then what you want to do is on one side cut into it like that, but you don't want to cut all the way because you need a little bit of wood to create the seal when you put it all back together. And as you can see, the cuts are all relatively close. Now we need to hollow it out. So just being gentle, taking a little bit at a time. making sure that I'm stopping at that cut. Okay, so I've taken the most of it off by battening. The rest I'm just going to do just by shaving it, just finely. Okay, so now I've got them all done. Just a matter of putting it back together. Making sure that you got them in the right order. And lining them up so they're all flat again. And as you can see, our cup is starting to take shape. Now, you can use some tree resin, or if you're up north, you can use, up North Australia, you can use Spinifex resin or other bits to help with the sealing of it. Today I'm just going to use a bit of paracord. So starting a little bit up from the bottom, pulling as tight as I can, working my way down, and then working my way back up again. Before I get too carried away, I just give it a quick twist, make sure everything seats in there well. And then I can tie that off. So the way I'm going to tie it off is I still need to try and keep a bit of pressure on there. Couple of half hitches in there. Grab myself a bit of a branch there. Give it a bit of tension. So that's not coming apart now, and just another bit of paracord keep that tensioner on there. Okay, then just cut the excess off what I used to tension it. Okay, so now we have our cup shape. What I need to do with that now is I need to soak that in a water source of some description, so make that wood swell up. As it is, it'll hold water, but it will have some leaks. Another thing I can do is I can find some resin off a tree, melt that down and seal it up on the bottom there. But right now we'll see if it holds water. So as you can see, it's got a slight leak at the bottom, but if I soak that in water, that wood's going to swell up, and also adding some tree sap on the bottom there will seal that up too. But the more moist that gets in, that wood's going to swell, and a lot of that will seal up. Okay, so what I got here is, in this pot I've just got some resin that I've collected off a red gum over there. So I've just got to melt that down. And let's try that again. And now we have no leaks. Now that's just a very simple way that you can make a cup to be able to have water or anything in like that. Now let's move on to something to help you eat. Okay, so to make a bit of an eating implement, very similar to a chopstick, we need to start off with a branch. Now, just clean that up. Now you don't need to worry about shaping it at this stage. Just making sure that it's nice and clean and relatively straight. Then what you want to do is just very gently split it down. Now you want to try and get it as central as possible, but not all the way through. So I've stopped about here. I can always cut some of that off if I need to. Okay, so then what we want to do, find ourselves another little stick. And just clean that up too. And then we want to wedge that stick in there. But what we can do now is we can start shaping these. And you can have these flat, you can have them any sort of shape you want. I will use a bit of paracord. Okay, just put a clove hitch there and then finish it off with a couple of half hitches. We just stick back in there. Okay, and finish that off. With a few half hitches. And there you have a simple way of being able to grab food without getting your fingers in there. And it's just a matter of just burning these ends and just cleaning them off just to get them nice and dry and clean. And that's just another way you can make life easier for yourself while out here. So there you go, guys. There's just a couple little simple items that you can make if you're out here, just to make your life a little bit easier. A way that you can have water so you can leave your pot that you're boiling it in to be able to make some food while you still have some clean water, and a way that you can just eat without getting your fingers and everything all up in your food, especially if your hands are starting to look like mine where they're a bit dirty and covered in tree sap and stuff like that. Once again, if you do like the content I'm putting out on my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I usually post about once a week. And be sure to hit that like button and share my videos around. And I'll see you next time.